Anyway, once again, I'm Mac McDonald. I live in Easton, and I ended up putting this thing together because of I came across Dave Hanford with the Ruffed Grouse Society. I met him about 2 years ago at the Vintagers Club. And I was talking to him about the Ruffed Grouse Society, and I sat down with him one day and really picked his brain about more about the Ruffed Grouse Society. And he told me that they really emphasize habitat, habitat, and habitat. And after that, I thought, this is an organization I really want to get more involved with. And because it really got started quite a number of years ago, and in your packet is the case study. And that case study was my farm, my family's farm. And I started doing this habitat thing back a couple of weeks after my father died. And I started putting in all these buffer strips. And it ended up with all this habitat I was creating. It ended up, I was rewarded by seeing a return of the bobwhite quail. And not only that, I had a big explosion of woodcock. And even though the Ruffed Grouse Society, is really telling everybody about the ruffed grouse and woodcock, but their emphasis on habitat is one of the reasons why I wanted them to come over here and meet everybody. That's why I'm introducing myself. But with this explosion of the habitat, and I had the woodcock, I had all these quail, and I had the songbirds, and it really was a personal success story. That I was very proud to see this kind of return. However, I got to a point in about 2008. I was running out of money, and the old body couldn't do the chores like I could when I was younger. So I had to come up with the hard realization that I had to sell the farm that was in the family for 50 years. And it really was emotionally disturbing that I had to turn around and sell the farm. But in 2009, when I put it up for sale, I had this, all of a sudden, it's one of the worst real estate markets ever. And all of a sudden, people from all directions of the country started calling up. And I had 5 families bidding on the farm in 2009. And it was only 94 acres. And with that, I thought, this habitat thing is more than just warm and fuzzy and going out and shooting quail. It's an economic thing. It adds value to the property. And so my big thing is with the cool season grasses. And if you want to see more about my farm, bigger pictures and stuff like that, it's on the table. But anyway, so I decided to get the word out more to landowners and everybody else to say it's more than just plain habitat for the critters. It's an economic thing for your family and to increase the value of your property. Anyway, what I'd like to do real quick is for everybody to open up their packet if they can. And if anybody needs a packet, there's a couple things in here that's really important. One of the things is that there's an article that's in there that I met Teresa Kampmeyer. Teresa, please stand. And she's with the NRCS or so. But she's been a big help. Go ahead. Your title.
District Conservationist for USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service, and I work in Talbot and Queen Anne's counties. I've been in Easton a little over 23 years. So we were very active in wanting to get the quail habitat going again through the PREP program, and we're just not quite sure we don't think we're doing it. So we're here to learn.
And Teresa, I walked in one day to just hand her the literature I'm putting on the seminar. And I'm in the fortunate position I don't have to look at myself. But that morning, I looked like something that came right off of...
It was very scary.
She was about to call 911. Craig came to the rescue. But anyway, and so all of a sudden, a couple days later, I apologized. But she confirmed that the CREP program, okay, that's in existence, the CP33, recommends the landowners to cut the property once a year or maybe once every 2 years, and you don't cut 100%, okay? Cut it in a third 1 year, the second third, the next year, the third year. But anyway, it's in the packet. When you see the violation, and you know the landowner, remind them of their responsibilities, because this could be one of the problems of why we don't have the songbirds and the quail. But the most important thing in the whole packet is this questionnaire. I beg you all, throughout the presentation, to please fill it out the best you can and pass it back to me, because I'm going to try, if this thing's really successful, this seminar, and you all get really fired up about it, I'm going to pass this information back to you all and also back to the various authorities, so we can really build up on the successes of the landowners and what everybody's doing, and also to try to turn back the mistakes that were been made. So that's really important. Anyway, also there's some terrific articles in here, so go ahead, read those, and everybody's got my name and number. Oh, the other thing is that in there, this is my case study. It goes into some pretty good details of what I did to have the 3 coveys of quail, which was the highlight of my life, to see that on basically about 50 acres out of 94 acres. Anyway, with that said, I'd like to start the show going. What I'd like to do first is to have Dave Hansworth stand up and talk about a little bit about the Ruffed Grouse Society and what they're doing. Thank you.
My name is Dave Hansworth, and I'm the regional director for Ruffed Grouse, which means I actually get paid to run around and chase grouse. And when I took the job, I thought I was going to get to do a lot of grouse hunting, but it didn't quite work out that way. I'm really pleased to see so many people here today. Max said, hey, there's a lot of people down here interested in this. It looks like he was right. So we hope to put together a real good seminar for you today. What is the Ruffed Grouse Society? Well, the Ruffed Grouse Society is the only voice anywhere nationally for ruffed grouse and for American woodcock. We advocate for early successional habitat. And I'm one of 6 regional directors. I have my area includes Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, half of Pennsylvania, and part of New Jersey, and West Virginia. Don't want to forget that. That's where I'm from. Anyway, I have a pretty big area, as do all the RDs. We have about 120 chapters in the U.S. That includes a couple in Alaska. We have one in Louisiana. And yes, somebody's going to ask me. We do have ruffed grouse in Alaska, and we have a really good active group from Alaska. Ruffed Grouse is a hunting organization, basically. We're hunters and we're conservationists, and what we're doing is we're doing it for the hunters. All the work that we do, nationally, state, local, we do it all on public property. We do it on public property so that our members, volunteers, or people can go out there and enjoy the benefits, reap the fruits of our labor, so to speak. Our mission is very, very simple. Our mission is to create or to enhance or to protect what's already there for early successional habitat, early successional forest. That's kind of a buzzword we all use. Essentially, it means very young forest. Basically, we're talking about clear cuts in most cases. We're going out there and trying to clear cut some areas, and then the resulting growth that comes up is where we're going to find the grouse and the woodcock. So that's our mission, very, very simply. It gets very complex in how we carry out that mission, but our goals and our mission are very clear cut for us. Again, we're working on a couple levels. We're working on the federal level, both in the national forest, which can be very, very frustrating in the national forest. We're always fighting against what we might call the preservationists who love to see a mature forest and are happy if the entire national forest are 100-year-old timber. And that's mainly where where the frustrating part is. We do take part in litigation at the national level in order to try to create and combat some of the preservation. We're conservationists, not preservationists. At the state level, again, we work in a lot of different states, and we have RDs that handle each state where there are grouse, and we actually handle a bunch of states where there are no grouse, but we also handle woodcock. And we have in each state what we call a drummer fund. It's kind of a new business model that we've organized. And the drummer fund is essentially money that we raise at banquets and at events like this that goes into that state. In Maryland, for instance, we have 2 active chapters right now in Maryland. We have one in Frederick, very active, and we have one in Oakland, Maryland. They are also very active. Eventually, I would love to have a chapter over here on the Eastern Shore, and I hope maybe one of the things that might come out of this is to organize that chapter. Again, we work mainly on public lands. I would like to mention a couple of events that are coming up here in Maryland. Our Frederick chapter has a banquet that's coming up actually next Saturday, February 19th. We have a good time. It's relatively inexpensive. We do auctions, live auctions, silent auctions, raffles. We just have a lot of fun. We typically have 150, 175 people, all good people up there. We also have a dog day coming up there. In the morning we do a seminar with a professional trainer. In the afternoon we do what we call a fun chucker challenge. Couple chuckers out there, the dog got time, and basically just for bragging rights. In order for us to meet all the challenges that you're going to hear about today, and all the projects and all the successes that we have had and that we expect to have in the very near future, of course, we would like to have your support. Part of my job is to raise funds so that we can continue the work that we're doing. And just today, I do have a little silent auction set up in the back. I'd appreciate if you take a look at that. We have some really nice stuff, and most of the starting bids are at about 40% of wholesale price. We have a national raffle right now going on. I have a poster over there. This year's our 50th anniversary, 50 years that we've been active in this mission, and we're real proud of that. I might mention that we were one of the few, if not the only, natural resource non-conservation group that actually increased our membership last year. In the face of a very bad economy, we actually had a very good year last year, so we're real proud of that. So we have national raffle tickets. We have different membership levels. I know a lot of you guys are already members, and we have different levels. If anybody wants to move up today, become a sponsor for $250 or a $500 conservation member, etc., we have those available. We do have some of our 50th anniversary magazines available over here at the front table. And folks, I do accept credit cards, just in case anybody's wondering. We accept cash, credit cards, checks, gold bullion, watches, whatever you happen to have with you. So, anyway, that kind of wraps up my part of it. I'd like to go into a lot more detail about all the stuff we're doing, but I know that my co-workers here are going to do that for me. So thank you very much.